the guys were all cockeyed, and I caught a good one on topwater. Yep, caught a good one on topwater. That's a good chunk too. Pull there. Cool. Oh, big one. You got. You chill out. I'll get you ungot. There we go. Another topwater bite. It's another keeper. Little bucky bass. I'm gonna make the cut them there, my man. Man, somebody done did you dirty, bro. I can help you out there. There. Got the hook out of his mouth. Somebody broke off in him. Big one. But it's old shad small fish. Yeah. Yeah, because they'll hit a crankbait. And our swim bait. There's just a bunch of them down there. Right on the bottom, there's some shad around, so.
Yeah.
I'd love for this to be a big school, but it's like, it's probably like 200 fish down there right now. And some good ones. On the active target.
Yeah.
take over.
But yeah, like, she didn't have a bird in her mouth for the longest.
Did she?
Or I would have saw it.
Really?
Yeah. It's like, I was walking around back there, and I guess she got worried I was going to get it, so then she grabbed it.
Yeah.
Baby. What? Well, I'll turn the air down.
Yep. I'll put big strappers. That's what it is. Easy, easy, big fella. Put a hook in my hand.
I'll let you go.
All right, I love you.
I love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Hold on, baby. Hold on, I'm gonna get you in the... I just don't want a fin or a hook in myself. Gotcha. And I will let... Oh, that was... Whoop! You about put a hook in my head. I'm gonna let you go. You about put a hook in my head, dog. Hey guys, it's Brian, and hey, that was a fun day. It wasn't what I was expecting, but it was still a fun day. Caught a couple on topwater early, and I got a tip for you on the fish that I caught on topwater. and it'll also help you on other things, especially on Guntersville with all that floating eelgrass. So caught those fish early on top water. I switched to throwing a swim bait. Still a little bit of a shad spawn going on. That's where those fish came pretty much. And then I wanted to go deep and look for fish on the ledges. I found a mega school. I mean, it was a mega school, probably 300-400 fish. I mean, it was huge. It was crazy how many fish were down there. But it was, all I caught was white bass. It was pretty much all white bass. I'm not saying they were all white bass, but 90% of them were white bass. There was shad mixed in there too. So I knew that they would be a good place to catch fish, and I caught fish. If I put every fish catch that I had off that school, this video would never end. It was just, I quit stopping the camera because I was just like, man, it's just so many fish. But yes, it's a fun day. So let's get right ahead to the trick. So the trick that I've found on Guntersville with that floating eelgrass is if it's on your area that you want to fish, pick your lane. You know, those two fish I caught, where the first one I had like maybe, I found a lane that was probably 10 to 15 yards long that I could fish that top water in and got a blow up. The second one, you know, I made a long cast, not really a long cast, but you know, it was a long cast because the place that I threw to, there was probably like a 5-yard circle where there was no floating eelgrass. So I picked my lanes. Do that when you got that floating eelgrass. You know, pick your lane and you'll come away with some good fish. Because I think a lot of times people pull up in that area and it's got floating eelgrass, they'll just leave. They won't even try anything. So if you come into an area it's got floating eelgrass, see if you can find yourself some little lanes to fish in, and maybe that will help you catch some fish. I've heard they've got some boats coming that's supposed to help with all this floating eelgrass. I don't know how they're going to do that if they don't have a bunch of floating or a bunch of boats. So I don't know, but hopefully we get it figured out, or they get it figured out, because you know, it does hamper sometimes when you want to fish. Depends on which way the wind's blowing, which way you're going to be able to fish. I mean, sometimes you just got to like move to the opposite side of the lake because it's so bad, and I've had to do that. So that's a tip. If you come into an area that you wanted to fish and it's got eelgrass floating, pick your lane, see if you can get you some lanes. It might just be, you might only have like a 10-yard stretch, or maybe you see a 5-yard hole back in there. Man, pick it. It's also a good thing to keep a topwater frog, floating frog, maybe a popping frog, to fish, because it won't get messed up with that eelgrass. So that's my tip for you guys to help you catch more fish. Hopefully it'll help you. Let's see, so I caught 2 on topwater as a topwater walking bait. Caught some on a true bass. I want to say that was a 4.5 inch on a weighted, let's see, so yeah, that was a weighted, underbelly weighted hook with a spinner on it. I can't tell you who I got that hook from. I can't remember, but I know that there's tons of companies make, because it's a tungsten version. So I think there's a company named Bike. I just ordered some of theirs from Tackle Warehouse to replenish my stock. And I know there's a couple other companies that have them, but try them out. I really like them, especially on those smaller swim baits. It gives you a tighter profile. And works really good in the grass. That's how I caught it. And then when I went deep, I had a bunch of stuff tied on, but I ended up catching, I want to say 90% of the 100 white bass that I caught that day on a 6-cent C15, and I want to say it's the lavender shad. That was color I was throwing. I mean, they were hitting it. I didn't change to anything. It was one that I had tied on, but that's what they were hitting. Guys, that was it. That was pretty much the day. It was fun. Had some hole jumpers. They saw me catch a couple of fish there at the end, or not at the end. They saw me catch a couple fish. They pulled in, you know, started throwing around me. I guess they realized that it was white bass and took off. Had a couple other people slow down when they saw me hooked up with a fish out deep. And I guess when they saw that it wasn't either A, they marked my spot, took off. That's how it is on Guntersville. I hate it. I hate it. I think you gotta, I feel better when you find your own stuff. Catch your own fish off the stuff you find doing your map study, but I get it. Some people, that's how they do. That's how they catch fish. They can't find their own fish. So hey, I hate it. But that's just how it is on Guntersville. If you catch a fish, somebody sees you, they're gonna pull in on you. I've seen people come straight off of pad and slow down and pull over because they saw somebody hooked up with a fish. It is how it is. So hope you don't do that. Find your own fish. I tell you, if you find your own fish, it is so much more fulfilling to like find your own fish and wreck them. So that was, I had my tip with the eelgrass and this part, and that is pretty much my video today. Guys, if you haven't already, go down and hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. It really helped me out a lot. Leave a comment if you have anything to say, and you know, ding the bell so you know more videos are coming. And I've got a couple that I just got to finish editing so I can get rolling. So hopefully I can get back to posting weekly like my plans. So that's how it is. Till next time, guys, stay safe, tight lines, and we'll see you on the water.